Hello guys, peace of the Lord with everyone. We are continuing talking about Muhammad copying verses from the Bible, and we will show you a lot more coming. This is Surah 7 verse 179. Many are the jinns and the men we have made for hell. They have hearts wherewith they understand not, eyes wherewith they see not, and ears wherewith they hear not. They are like cattle, nay more misguided. So let us see where we can find similar verses in the Bible, and here we go. This is this is the verse in the Bible. Let me fix the page. Here we go. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing hear not, neither do they understand. You see, it's almost exactly the same. Let us read together again. Many are jinns and and men. We have genies and men. We have made for hell. They have hearts wherewith they understand not. Understand not. See not. Hear not. Let us go to the Bible again. Okay. So I speak to them in parables, because they see not, hear not, and they don't understand. So in the Quran saying they are the same as animals. Now if we continue, we will see in verse number 15 it says, For this people heart is waxed gross, of their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have closed, lest at any time should see their eyes and hear their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Now in here, this is the Surah 2 verse 7. We were reading Surah 2 verse 20. And here, this verse in here, he's copying from the Bible as we saw, but in here he's adding something very dangerous. Why? Because he's saying it's Allah who has set seal their heart and their hearing, which is very stupid to say. Why? Because in the Bible you will see that they are hearing, but they don't want to listen. They don't want to understand. They are seeing, but they don't want to see. So they are doing that. In the Quran, he's copying almost the same, but he is adding in Surah verse number 7, that's Allah, he said that in their ears, which mean that Allah is the one he don't want them to understand. Allah is the one he don't want them to see. Allah is the one he don't want them to hear. You know what? So what is my fault? If Allah is the God he don't want me to see, Allah don't want me to be guided, Allah, he blocked my ears and he blocked my mind, so what is my fault? This is something very stupid to say from Muhammad, and he made a huge mistake, because in here this is the act of Satan, and Allah is a Satan, because supposedly Satan don't want me to see, Satan don't want me to hear, Satan don't want me to learn, Satan don't want me to know about the truth. But as you see in here, Allah, he did that. In the Bible, if we go there, we will see that this has happened, but it's their choice. For this people heart is waxed gross, their ears, they did that. Okay, their eyes have they have closed, so they did that. In the Quran, it is Allah who did that, which will destroy the whole idea of Islamic religion, because this will prove that Allah is Satan, and he is Satan. As you see, he's copying from the Bible, he's playing games with it, and he's making a book, it's called Quran. Let us continue and see more verses. Okay, this is Surah 2 verse 270. And here it says, if you spend your money and whatever you spend in charities or devotions, be sure Allah know it all. Okay, so Allah, he knew it all, because even if nobody knows about it, Allah, he knew it. Okay, now let us see. But the funny in Islam, charities, they go and they kill the Christians and they take their money and they pay charities. You know, they go and enslave people and they pay charities. You know, their charity is very wicked. Let us see what in the Bible is saying about that. uh, that thou appear not into man to fast, but not into the Father which is in secret, and they Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. You know, the Lord, he said, he teach us many times that's, you know, what you do, you know, you don't show it to anyone. Don't tell what, you know, what you did in your right hand to the other left hand even. You know, so this is the Quran, copy that and he put it in the Quran. You know, this is Matthew 6:1. Take heed that you do not your alms before man to be seen of them, otherwise you have no reward. So in Christianity, you know, you should not show, you know, what you did as a good deeds, as charities. In Islam, actually, it's not the same. But, you know, still, he is copying the idea that Allah will see anything you do, even if nobody knows about it. Okay, and He will pay you your reward, as we saw in the Quran. Let us see. So you see, and whatever you spend in charities or devotion, be sure Allah know it all. Which in here, including the one, you know, about the poor. And if you continue talking, you know, reading 271, you will see it's saying about the one you hide. Even the one you hide, Allah will know. You see it? So the charities you do hide them and make them rich, those really in need, you know, that is best for you, you know, whatever. So Allah, He will knows all of those, and He will reward you for your charities you did and you hide. You see, you hide it. You don't show it to people. And this is exactly, you know, Allah will reward you for those charities you do it and you hide. And this is exactly what the verse in Matthew 6:1 is saying. You know, and you will see in verse number 2 saying the same. Okay, so but in Islam, actually, you know, Islam encourage Muslims to be hypocrite in the way of charities. Islam encourage you to give charities and show, not to hide. But in here, in this verse in the Quran, as we see, he's talking about those who do not mention their charities. You know, even the one you hide, Allah will knows about it, and He will reward you about this, as you see in Surah 2, verse 270 and verse 271. And you know, if you look at it, you will see this is exactly the copy from the Bible, you know, but the Bible insists that you should not show. The Quran do not insist that, saying if you hide it, Allah will know about it, but better you don't. Okay, let us continue and see Muhammad copying more verses from the Bible. Just before we move on, you know, we will see in here that the Bible is warning that the one who show his charities and he mention it, he will not get a reward for that. It is the opposite in the Quran. You will get a reward, you know, because Quran is encouraging people to be hypocrite, as we said. So, but in the Bible, you know, you should not tell what you did, what you give. You know, don't even let your right hand know what your left hand did. So, it's a warning that you should not be a hypocrite. If you do that, you are a hypocrite. You are not doing a charities. You are just doing it for your own glory, to show people that you are a good guy. In Quran, no. In Quran, encouraging you to be a hypocrite. You know, because Muhammad, he knew there is many people will not even pay him money. And by the way, charities in the Quran is not for the poor. Charities in the Quran to pay Muhammad. Let me show you that before we go. Now you might see some Muslims saying, no, in the Quran I can show you verses saying you pay for the poor. Yeah, I know that. You pay for the poor. But number one, you pay for him is Muhammad, and Muhammad is no poor. You know, we know that the man, he asks you for money, and he say, I'm doing a service for God, he cannot be a prophet of God. The man who asks for wages to do service for God, he cannot be the man of God. Let us see what the Quran is saying to Muhammad. Look at this. Of their goods take alms, that so thou mightst my test purify. I don't know the translation of the Quran in English. Sometimes it's funny. So it's saying take from their money, a money you will clean them with. What does that mean? It's mean you pay to Muhammad, Allah will forgive you for your sin. If you pay to Muhammad, Allah will take out your sin, will make you look better. Let us continue in the verse number in the video number 2. Almost we are done with this one.